Welcome back to MTFC TV. Joined this time is Captain John Johnston. John, a defeat today. What are your thoughts overall on the game?
Yeah, disappointing. The boys knowing there that we're miles better than that. I mean, in terms of the game plan, first 15 minutes we didn't execute what we were told to do, and then we did well to get back in the game, and then their third goal kills us. But again, I think if we'd have got the second goal to make it 2-2, I think we'd have gone on to win it. But listen, take nothing away from them. They were decent. They're a good side. That's why they've gone 9 unbeaten. They played well. The big guy up top, he's a handful, probably the best we've come up against this year. And ultimately, he was too much for us today.
I said to the gaffer, I said we were sort of architects of our own destruction out there. Times when individual and group errors have cost us goals in this game. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Yeah, 100%. And listen, no one knows it more than us in there. We know that we've got to be better all over. I mean, you look at us pre-season, we were free-flowing, getting the ball out wide, doing the stuff. We've changed a little bit to try and be compact, going to the 4-4-2. But listen, ultimately it's down to us. We've still got to do what we're told to do on the pitch, and at the minute, none of us in there are doing that really.
Do you feel, because I noticed we tend to like to play short, sharp passing, but we were resulting to the long ball. Do you feel that's the case of the team pressing the panic button and not knowing how to respond to the physicality of Rylands, or is it a case of not quite figuring out what the team's identity is yet?
I mean, listen, you've all seen in there, we've got very good players, and I mean, you look at pre-season, you look at Mars the other week, we can do it, we're free-flowing, we've got to have the confidence to do that. And listen, I believe in that squad in there. They're a very good group, and every single one in there is good enough to play football. And like you said, we've got to do it more, and we've got to believe in ourselves.
It's not exactly an easy league either. Coming up Tuesday, trip to Works uptown, who pushed Radcliffe all the way today. That's going to be a difficult game. What sort of game are you expecting up there?
Yeah, I mean, there's no easy game in this league. You look at results, everyone can beat everyone. And we've just got to look after ourselves. We look after our own business. We know our away form hasn't been great, but listen, we're not going to go to them and fear them really. We've got to go and play our football. We've got to get back to what we're good at. And I believe, and I'm sure everyone else believes, that we're more than good enough to go there and get the result.
It's difficult, as I know I've spoken to you quite often off camera, but I don't think we've ever spoken on camera. In your time here, there's not been much stability and lots of chopping and changing, managers coming and going. I think this is the longest we've gone run by doing it, John. Are you feeling it's a case now of we're in the bedding in process, we're finding out what Martin Carruthers' Matlock Town team is and what that means?
Yeah, listen, I mean, I'm sure the gaffer talked on it before, but he's brought all the players in, and listen, in training, if you come down and watch on a Thursday, we're popping the ball, we're moving the ball very well, and listen, they got their game plan right today, Rylands. They pressed us right, but ultimately we did have our chances to win the game as well. So you look at it on the flip side, we could have come in 4-3, and I believe that, again, I've said it a few times, that team's more than good enough to kick us on.
Lessons to take from today, definitely. Overall, how are you feeling currently? You look like you're limping anyway.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've played through a few injuries, but today I got a knock when I went for cross the ball, but ultimately I wasn't good enough today as well. So that was the reason for the substitution. But listen, we'll roll our sleeves up, we'll go again, and everyone's going to come out fighting Tuesday.
Thanks for your time, JJ.
Cheers.